I'm Jo Dunkley, and I'm here to tell you about 3 amazing women astronomers who, in the late 19th and 20th centuries, faced down challenges many of us would recognise today. Despite the obstacles, they each managed to change the way we understand the universe. Astronomer Henrietta Swan Leavitt joined Harvard College Observatory in 1895. She was part of an extraordinary group of women known as the Harvard Computers. Their job was to classify stars using photographic images. As women, they weren't allowed to operate the telescopes themselves and were paid very little. Leavitt studied stars that get brighter and dimmer over time. She discovered a pattern in 1908, now known as Leavitt's law, which says that a star that takes longer to pulse is intrinsically brighter than a star that pulses quickly. This means that just by measuring the rate of pulsing, which might be days or weeks, and by seeing how bright the star appears from Earth, an astronomer can find out how far away it is. This was transformational. Edwin Hubble used Leavitt's discovery in the 1920s to work out that smudges of light in the sky were in fact entire galaxies far beyond our own. The universe was much bigger than we thought. I have such admiration for Leavitt because she was assigned very mundane tasks in her job, yet still made this vital breakthrough. Cecilia Payne-Gaposchkin also worked at Harvard College Observatory after Swan Leavitt. In the early 1920s, she used the latest learnings about quantum physics to come up with the idea that stars are all made mainly of hydrogen and helium gas. Up until then, no one had known what stars are made of. They were thought to have similar ingredients to our planet Earth. Payne-Gaposchkin said that stars are much simpler than anyone thought. However, the well-known astronomer Henry Norris Russell advised her to remove her idea from her PhD thesis in 1925, as it went against the current wisdom. Just a few years later, Payne-Gaposchkin would be proved right. She would later go on to become the first female head of astronomy at Harvard University. I wonder if Payne-Gaposchkin would have been discouraged from her bold new idea if she had been a man. Luckily, it didn't stop her from achieving great things. Vera Rubin was an American astronomer. She finished her studies in the 1950s while juggling caring for her young children, often having to attend lectures in the evenings. Rubin wanted to study how entire galaxies spin, and she became the first woman allowed to use the Palomar Observatory in California. At the time, there was no women's bathroom, but undeterred, Rubin pasted a paper skirt on the men's bathroom door to create her own. Rubin discovered something surprising. All of the galaxies she looked at were spinning too fast, as if something more massive, but completely invisible, was holding them together. Rubin showed that every galaxy is surrounded by a huge halo of invisible dark matter. 50 years later, we still don't know what it is. Rubin's story inspires me. Her discovery is so important to my current research, and I relate to her as a mother trying to balance doing science with looking after young children. It's not easy, but it's a fun challenge. These women all made great discoveries in astronomy, and despite being little known throughout their lives, their stories continue to inspire women across the world. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the BBC Ideas YouTube channel for more.